My name is Cleo and I'm an advanced dietitian working within the health and social care system in Staffordshire and Stoke. So I first came across the Psychological Staff Wellbeing Hub through an email that was sent by my manager, just sharing that there was a service that was available for all of the staff in the trust to access if they needed help or just a little bit of support. So I was encouraged to take steps to access the hub because of the tone of the email that we got. The email was very relaxed and it was very informal, which made me feel like, okay, it's not a formal thing, no one's going to judge me by accessing this. So that's what encouraged me to do it. It is normal to have reservations, and I absolutely did have reservations about accessing the hub, just because you think, I'm in a work setting and, it's likely that I'm going to be talking to people that I might come across in other areas of my work, and just thinking, what if my colleagues find out that I'm doing this? It's just all of those thoughts that can discourage and did discourage me a little bit, but in the end, I just did it. Overcoming the reservations, to be honest, I needed help, and because the help was there from my workplace, I could do it during my work time. It was a free service that I could access, and it was just as easy as filling out a form and saying I need help, and someone would help me. So that really helped, to be honest. So I had a really positive experience in terms of referring myself and having my initial consultation. I literally just had to fill out a form and answer some questions about the struggles that I was having. And after that, I had someone call me who booked me in for a consultation. And then I had my initial consultation. It was very easy and it didn't take very long as well. So it was very positive. During the initial consultation, it was a little bit hard initially because obviously you're talking to someone you don't know and they're asking you all these personal questions. So initially I was quite apprehensive, to be honest, and I'm not sure that I was answering all the questions fully and honestly at times as well. But as the consultation went on, I felt a lot more comfortable, I felt a lot more relaxed, and I was able to really open up and really share what was bothering me. So after my initial assessment, I was then referred on to a service who also did an assessment. And at the end of the assessment, they sort of told me that I was not going to be able to access any further support at that point as I didn't meet the criteria. So that was a little bit disheartening, to be honest, because I'd just gone through this whole thing of, oh, let me open up. And then there was sort of a stumbling block. So I was really discouraged. But thankfully, the hub actually followed up from our initial consultation or assessment to check in to see how everything was going. And I was able to then share that there'd been some challenges and, things were not moving at that point. And we were sort of able to then talk through it. And I was then referred on to another service. So there were also some difficulties when I was referred on to the next service because I'd just moved into the area and I hadn't yet registered with a local surgery so that I could then access local services. So that was a little bit difficult, but the hub were really supportive and, they contacted the different services to be able to see if I could be seen by them. And I was almost at a point of giving up as well. And so I received quite a lot of encouragement from them just to keep going and to be patient. And it really paid off. So I was referred to the staff psychology team and they were absolutely fantastic. The therapist that I had was really, really good. She was able to put me at ease. We went through my whole timeline to be able to see what I needed help with. And I received a therapy called EMDR. And that was really helpful as well because I didn't necessarily have to focus on what I was saying. It helped to distract me a bit and I was able to open up a lot more than I would have maybe if I was just talking to someone without that extra support of the therapy. The services helped me quite a lot, to be honest. Initially, when I was accessing the service, I was not going out most of the time. I wasn't really interacting with people. I'd lost quite a lot of confidence in myself. And through receiving therapy, I was able to gain a lot more confidence. I've now been on holiday, which I really wouldn't have done beforehand. I'm meeting up with family and friends a lot more. I mean, I'm not saying that everything is now perfect, but I'm doing a lot better than I was before I accessed the service. Because of accessing the service, I felt really empowered as well to be able to share with my managers and my team what I was sort of going through and be able to seek support from them. Before I accessed the service, I was almost at a point of saying, you know, I'm just going to give up my job and stop working because of how I'm feeling and how I'm doing. But because of the therapy, I was able to then approach my manager and just say, this is what I'm going through, this is what I need. And it was so positive. It literally changed everything around for me. And I'm now enjoying my job. I'm loving it. And yeah, the support and care that I received from all the teams all across was amazing. And I really wouldn't change anything at all. So for anyone who is thinking about or wanting to access the hub, I would say just go for it. The team are really nice, they're supportive. You're able to do it from the comfort of your own home at the moment as well, and in future you'll be able to access face-to-face support as well. And to be honest, a lot of the time you may think, you know, oh, this will happen and that will happen, but honestly, they're really lovely, and what's the worst that could happen, you know, if you try.
You are watching CTV on Catch Up. Subscribe to stay updated. Here's 2 other videos available on Catch Up.